Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we're going to be back in the Tier 4 American Light Cruiser, the Marblehead, and we are going to be joined by a couple division mates. We're going to be joined by none other than Opium 4200. She has a YouTube channel, believe it or not, and I did play on a live stream with her. I think it was last week or the week before. So yeah, make sure you guys go check her channel out. I've got a link in the description down below. And yeah, make sure you guys go check her channel out, give her a subscription, do all the things. And yeah, tell her that I sent you. But nonetheless, yeah, we are doing a fun triple Omaha division, okay? Now, yes, this says Marblehead. However, the Marblehead, in case you guys aren't aware, is an Omaha-class light cruiser. This ship was actually one of the Omahas, so that's kind of why I'm in it. And, you know, I'm not just playing this for the memes. No. The Marblehead is my favorite ship in the game. I know, right? A Tier 4 ship? My favorite? Yeah, crazy enough. I love the history of this thing, and I just love playing it, man. It's a Tier 4, it's kind of a seal clubber, and this thing just dominates. Now, obviously, one of the major weaknesses for the Marblehead is the Citadel, right? It's an Omaha at the end of the day, and you have a pretty exposed Citadel. Right where those smokestacks are, that's pretty much the hot spot for that Citadel. It sits up high in the water, and yeah, most battleships will pop that, and it's not a good time. However, the one thing that the Marblehead has, and all the other Omaha class light cruisers have in common, is decent maneuverability and speed. So you can actually dodge a majority of the shells that are coming towards you, okay? And also, not to mention, this thing does have very good firepower as well. As you guys can see here, look at the amount of guns we can just fire off. Rapid reloading, 152mm 6-inch guns. And you have about 10 of them, I believe. You got a 10-gun broadside, and on my build, I've got a, I think a 5-second reload. It's pretty disgusting. So I'm able to dish out a lot of hatred at the enemy, and yeah, man, this thing is just fun. The bottom line, it's a glass cannon, 100%. However, if you know how to position, and if you know basically how not to just sail broadside the whole time and make it easy, basically, you can have a decent time. Don't make it easy is what I'm saying. Make it as hard as possible for the enemy to pop your Citadel, okay? Kite out if you need to, and basically don't put yourself in dangerous situations, like I'm about to here. This is a pretty dangerous situation. That's a Furitaka out there, and what do we know about the Furitaka? Well, the Furitaka has those big Japanese 203mm 8-inch guns, and luckily, he has high explosive loaded. However, it is Japanese high explosive, so if he does hit me again, it could be a bad day. But if he was to decide to load AP, it could be even a worse day for me. However, he is just pretty hell-bent on keeping the HE loaded, and we're just going to sit here, or not sit here, but just kind of sail around and absolutely farm him down. That is basically what this thing's all about, okay? You've got rapid reloading guns, you're a light cruiser, you got good maneuverability, good speed, good concealment, and use island cover, not to mention like we're doing now. We are utilizing the hell out of the island cover, and yeah, it's giving us quite an advantage. Now, our two division mates, Opium is back there, and I think we were also divvied up with Ride, I think. Ride is his name. So yeah, Ride was also in the division. He was in a Marblehead, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we're just all basically kind of sailing around, having a good time, dishing out a lot of hatred at the enemy, and basically that's what these things are meant to do. They are glass cannons, so treat them as such. Use your range, use your maneuverability and speed, and essentially, don't make it easy. If you're getting shot by a battleship, what do you got to do? Well, you turn, you dodge, you weave, you kite out if you have to. Essentially, do not be the center of attention. If you're the center of attention in an Omaha-class light cruiser, really, let alone any light cruiser, it's going to be a bad day, okay? But, nonetheless, basically, we have won our side. We need to get into the cap here. We have basically dealt with a majority of the enemies out here, and we've actually made that Hawkins out there retreat. So what we're going to go ahead and do is stop shooting, and we are hopefully going to get into this cap and start getting some points. Speaking of points, if you guys look at the top there, we have no caps, so we really do need to get on the cap game and get some caps. You know, another really important thing, guys, to keep in mind is paying attention to the points, okay? Like, seriously. Like, don't just be sailing around playing Sailing Sim and just shooting your guns off, having a good time. No, actually, pay attention, you know? Look at your mini-map. Look at your, especially your points. That's crucial. Look how many caps you got. And it kind of just kind of just identify, you know, what you need to be doing in your games. If you're behind on points, what you should be doing is going out and getting those caps, right? Getting those caps is super important because capture zones is what gives you majority of the points. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to get these caps. We just got one there, so now we're going to get 3 points every few seconds here. And that's going to slowly build up our points. However, I would like to get the other cap as well. If we can get the other cap and have a 2-cap advantage, that's huge. We will eventually overcome the enemy team in points. But also, remember, killing ships also grants you points as well. So kind of just, identifying what you need to do to win games is very important. Keep an eye on the minimap. Have some level of situational awareness, you know. Keep an eye out. Don't always, be tunnel visioned, essentially. That's very important, you know. Keep your head on a swivel, as some would say. But yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm a little hesitant on actually pushing into the cap, mainly because there's a lot of hard-hitting ships out there, especially that Nassau there and that Ganget. The Ganget and the Nassau have very big battleship caliber guns, and all it takes is one decent armor-piercing salvo, and my ass could be sent back to port. Pardon my language, but that's the truth, man. You really got to be careful in these cruisers, especially Omahas. Like, Omahas are notorious for getting nuked, so you got to be very, very careful. Keep an eye out. Keep your head on a swivel. If you see incoming battleship salvos, don't just make it easy. Turn, dodge, do all the stuff you got to do. And, yeah, that's basically it. So, currently, it looks like we have an opportunity. All the battleships are kind of behind the islands, and they're pretty low on HP. I'm not too worried. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is actually get into the cap here and start contesting it, if not completely flipping it into our team here. So that's very important. Remember, we're not just sailing around farming damage. We're actually playing the objective, right? That's super important. I can't emphasize that enough. If you're a newer player and you're having trouble, man, play these lower tiers and just practice. Practice getting caps. Practice maneuvering and practice, doing things, basically. Identifying, certain things on, I don't know, what ships you're fighting, just trying to understand everything. It's super important. And with time and enough playing the game, you guys will get to where I am even today. Everybody's got to start somewhere in this game. Everybody is not going to immediately be a freaking god at the game, alright? I don't even think I'm a god. I'm just a decent player. I know what I'm doing to an extent. I still make mistakes here and there, but, with enough time, you will eventually learn this game. It's one of those games that once you learn it, it can be a lot more fun. Don't get me wrong, there's some problems with it, but if you actually spend the time to just, learn some stuff, learn the mechanics, learn how to win games, essentially, and just getting better over time, slowly, it can be a lot more of an enjoyable experience. Jesus, I can't speak. But, yeah, anyway. Notice we are actually switching over to the armor piercing here. We're getting a little bit of AP action in. We did also flip the Bravo cap, so we now have 2 out of 3 caps. And there's only 2 enemy ships alive, so this should be a pretty easy W. Unless we absolutely throw, but I don't think we will. I think we're going to be A-okay. So, we do actually manage to take out that Hawkins. We do get some Citadels there. Remember, armor piercing on these 6-inch guns, it is pretty effective, especially against other broadside cruisers. Now, if they angle, you want to probably be loading HE, because HE is a lot more effective against angled targets, unless it's someone that you can overmatch. But, yeah. Nonetheless, we basically have done pretty much everything we can, everything in our power. We've got the 2 caps, and our div mates have also done quite a bit too. Shout out to them, especially Opium. She did fantastic in this game. And like I said, make sure you guys go over to her channel, check her out. She does got a YouTube channel, and yeah, make sure you guys go and give her some support, and tell her that I sent you if you actually do go over there. But nonetheless, it's just a carrier left, and all we have to do is just take him out, and we win the game. That's it. And as you guys can see here, our HE is just absolutely ripping that Komsomolets apart. Now, notice that I'm not switching over to the AP because there's really no need to. The Komsomolets and most Tier 3 carriers have no armor, like most carriers in general have no armor, so HE does the job just fine, and we should be hopefully able to take him out. Come on, get their shells, and unfortunately, he gets yoinked by Opium. That's okay, though. That's okay. That's all good with me. Nonetheless, that's a victory. We were top of the leaderboard. Opium came in second. Unfortunately, X-Ride was near the bottom. But hey, you win some, you lose some. You're not going to do excellent every game, I guess. But nonetheless, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys thought of it. And regardless, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.